everybody is saying even today, don't trade the news, stay away from the news. Is that true? How can you expect that your mind can manage $1,000 drawdown?
Yeah.
It's not possible. And suddenly he disappeared. He made a mess. Because that's what happens. If you only look at one single thing, maybe you don't know and you're making money without knowing why.
Hey guys, this is Giuseppe. We are here in Barcelona with the guys in this amazing podcast studio. They are traders and affiliate of FunderPro. We'll start with Michele. Hi Michele, how are you?
Great.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Are you ready to trade? Are you ready to share some takes about trading and news, macroeconomics, whatever?
Sure.
What was the first thing you are going to see into the charts when you open your laptop in the morning?
Basically, before I even open any charts, I open my Reuters terminal and read about the news. I guess everybody's familiar with Reuters, Bloomberg terminal.
Sure.
Okay. And for the people who doesn't know or never heard about the Reuters, I don't want to make advertisement for them, but basically it's also difficult to advertise them because it costs quite a lot, but it changed completely. Like I'm with them for 10 years now. It's a contract that you made. It's basically the terminal that every firms have in their office, in their desk, and you have real-time in-depth news. So you might see news came out like lightning fast from every source in the world, and it gives you, of course, an edge, because think about this. I remember this thing. I like to talk about it many times. Back in 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, I read the news like 35 minutes before any other news, TV or Twitter announce it. And I say, gotcha, buy gold. Because, safe haven assets go up when... And so I use that as the major edge. I use that, and the same happened when Hamas attacked on Israel. It's quite a bad thing to say that making money when people suffer, but
it's the reality.
The reality of the world. Yeah,
I'm sure you're not the only one.
No, definitely not.
Be
honest about it.
The major institutions first, but that's pretty much it. And so you have this line of news coming out, and so you can make an idea. And today, even with ChatGPT, you collect the news, put it inside, and say, "Hey, what's the best thing that I need to know?" After that, you of course that is the smallest part of the whole thing. You have seasonal data, in depth on P, macro, every particular information that you want to know about a stock or a company, you can find it with a lot of information, even too much. I don't use it that much, but it's quite expensive. But
correct me if I'm wrong. You are able to see the company, for example, if you're analyzing a stock, you're able to see the particular company, like who they have contracts with, right?
Everything.
Pretty much like supply chain, etc.
Exactly. Competitors, suppliers.
Hence the price, I guess.
Yes, also politicians.
Damn.
Who buy
Back then.
insider, buying and selling.
Wow.
So you have a crazy advantage. But
we should look at Nancy Pelosi,
Yeah, you can.
There's a strategy. It's a strategy.
You can see. You can
reverse Jim Cramer and go along.
Exactly.
Go along Nancy Pelosi.
A lot of stuff. But of course, it's quite expensive. It's about $6,000 a month.
Wow.
And so I have my own community, so I collect some data and I give a report. But there are some good instruments and tools coming out that are very inexpensive and give you what's important. So I basically start from there.
Okay.
I start looking at what am I gonna trade today. So my markets are pretty much Nasdaq and so S&P 500 and sometimes gold. And I try to understand the overall scenario. So what if I'm trading Nasdaq and I'm gonna look at the United States,
Of course.
what the central bank are looking forward to, what Powell is saying. Are we hawkish, dovish? And try to figure out the whole scenario. What do they want to do? They want to cap raise, hike rates, pause, inflation down, inflation up. And so I have my main overall bias, which can last few months even.
So you do swing trading or day trading?
I do everything.
Everything.
From scalping aggressively on props, from day trading on props, from swing tradings mainly on my live accounts,
Okay.
and investing also, because investing, I guess, it's the most interesting part in the end.
Yeah. Do you prefer to trade on CFDs or on futures while you are scalping?
Scalping definitely on futures.
Yeah.
But
Specific reason about?
spread,
Mhm.
spread. I would say spread and
100%.
Slippages,
also
yeah.
slippage, yeah.
Yeah.
Also slippage. But if you go really aggressive, because I have a couple of strategies, I would say. I don't like to call them like that, but we talk about that later. But like when we go live, the Thursday
Yeah.
on FunderPro YouTube channel, I go quite aggressive. So I have my overall bias, but then I use small strategies like ABC.
Yeah.
Can I see that? Yes. Can I see that? Yes. Can I see that? Yes. What's my bias? Buying. So upside, buy. That's it.
Okay.
One and done, or two and fuck. But yes, pretty much is that. And after that, so I have my whole scenario, and also let's say it's not something that I do usually, but I want to see Japan, what they're doing. I want to see China. I want to see the Europe, what they're doing on from up above. I like to zoom out.
So when you trade macroeconomics, do you even look at the charts anymore, the candles, when you're doing swing trading, investing? Do you still look at the prices or just news only?
No. Of course, I'm gonna. I base my whole process on 4 pillars,
Okay.
which are fundamental, intermarket, sentiment, and then lastly,
Just for the entries.
technicals for the entries.
Okay.
But more on that, I'm gonna then close. I don't want to talk too much. More of everything. I'm not. I mean, I don't have any particular paper that say that, but I like to consider myself a quantitative trader. So I like to collect data, develop ideas into strategy, code the strategy,
Wow.
and back test, forward test, make a Monte Carlo, cross validation test. I do all this nerd stuff, and because I think it's in the long run, you can be a great trader that look at the chart, go buy, sell, and make money. You can definitely do that. I saw that many times. But in the long run, more than 5 years, we have the numbers. Less than 1% of the people of the world beats the market.
Yeah.
Let's say you have the S&P 500, you're making 0.88% a month doing nothing. So once you make 1% a month, you're in the 10%.
Yeah.
If you make 2% a month, you're in the top 0.5%. So I code all my strategies to see if there's a real edge behind. I need to generate an alpha.
Yeah.
And if I generate an alpha, it's gonna be my alpha.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna share that thing.
Yeah, of course.
I can give you the strategy, but I'm not gonna give you. I teach I'm a professional educator, and I teach strategies. But then I say, hey, this is the strategy. Develop your own strategies. You have to follow this path and find your own alpha, because there are inefficiencies in the market, and you want to spot that inefficiency and be able to catch on that. So if that is the fair value price, not fair value gap,
Another story.
this is the fair value, and you want to go here and buy, or if the price is here, you want to bring it back down to the fair value. So that in the middle, you want to find the alpha. If you find the alpha, so you have an edge, and you say the edge, you make it public. There are a lot of papers, a lot of studies that say once you publish it, you say, let's say you have 100% of the
edge.
Yes, it's not correct to say win rate, but just to make people understand, once you publish it, you go down to 50%, and then it decay.
Yeah.
And it decay and it decay.
It gets exploited, I guess.
Exactly. So when you see someone say, come here, I teach you my strategy, I'm winning every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are automating everything, or
I also trade manually, but mainly on news.
Okay.
When I have a news and every stars in the sky is aligned, so fundamentals, intermarket, sentiment, and technicals, if everything is aligned, I take the trades right after the news.
Okay.
Whether it's an economic on the calendar, or whether I'm live and I see Trump say today he woke up and he dyed his hair black, so the market is gonna crash. Sell.
Okay. So not necessarily an economic calendar, but like
No.
pretty much you're just monitoring the feed, and then
The feed.
The
feed is it's all in there.
Yeah. So that's a massive edge from where like, I mean, having the information. It's the age of information.
Exactly.
So I mean, you're able to spot everything, like as you said earlier before, with like the whole Ukraine-Russia thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of knew before everybody else who doesn't have the ability to see the information,
Exactly.
So
think about that. Institutions, because in the trading space, you many times you hear people say, "Oh, I'm trading like the institution." Again.
Yeah. One man institution.
There's
You are institution.
Yeah.
There might be some, but mainly there's no guy. I've been in quite some of institution. But let's talk about this another time. But they're not buying and selling. They have teams of people, of quants, of mathematicians, and analysts, of course, and they develop an idea into a strategy. They stress the strategy, and they have the best computers with dedicated servers, with dedicated fiber optic to have the best speed to execute. And so if you work there, you have to sign super restrictive NDAs. And think about that just for a second, how much logical it is when someone say, hey, come to me, I have this strategy, I'm gonna teach you. Or 20 minutes on a YouTube channel, I teach you my strategy. Yes, there might be something good behind, of course, but it's not an edge.
No.
You cannot beat the market. If it's an edge, if it's you have an alpha, it's gonna be closed inside of the best bank in the world, and nobody's gonna have access to it.
Nobody has the holy grail.
No. And if they have it,
it's not for everyone.
Then
of course, they don't want to share it.
Sorry for my pippone.
No, it's good. I like
pippone. It's nice to have like the conversation here we're having. I mean, the insights that you're giving us from like simply like one tool, like having the tool itself, how it could change your overall trading, like the perspective, you know, because when you say news trading, I think for everybody watching as well, everybody's kind of imagining Forex Factory calendar
Red
has like
folders.
red folders, you know, in their eyes and stuff. So like the news trading we're talking about here with you, it's completely like it's not the
More
same.
than that.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
press the button in the
Yeah,
moment.
it's not like
Yeah.
okay, NFP is in 2 minutes. I'm gonna buy no stop loss, and that's it. Hope
You-
for the best.
You know, a cool thing that came out really from that, like 10 years ago, because I started as an investor back when I was 18. Now I'm 38, almost 39.
What a sigh.
Mamma mia.
And and everybody is saying even today, don't trade the news, stay away from the news.
Mm.
Is that true?
Yeah, everyone
Everybody
says
says this.
yeah.
Okay, I said, everybody say stay away from the news. Let's look at the statistics. I'm a quant. 78%, 80%, 85% lose money trading CFDs or futures. Is that true? And everybody stays away from the news. I want to trade the news. I want to be part of the 10% or the 15%.
Yeah.
Then I try to develop, of course, it's not like buy,
Yeah,
right? We lose. It's not that. But I try to develop everything that I do going in the other direction. Is not every time the right direction, of course, but pretty much you want to do the opposite
Hmm.
of what the mass.
what the herd is doing. Yeah, exactly. Be the master, not the masses.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
What do you guys think about coding your own strategy? I'm not a professional trader at all. You know, I work more on the affiliation side, community side, of course. But at the same time, I am very focused on trading in this last month, you know? And it seems like every single trading strategy I know, I want to code it.
Yeah, same.
I really love to code indicators, EAs that I use for myself. I don't share it. I don't want to share it with anybody, but only because they are not so perfect. And they are not the holy grail of trading or something like that. They are just some strategies I know and I learn that I want to automate because I really like it, you know? So what do you think, guys, think about coding your strategy? Are you trying to code something? Do you use ChatGPT, Grok, or whatever it is to trying to code your indicator? I did it, so
I've tried coding a lot of strategies. I don't know anything about coding either, but I would use ChatGPT. And yeah, it's quite easy. You can do MT5 and you make an expert advisor. The problem with it, I've tried all the settings possible. I've literally spent like hours and hours. I've never had a bot that consistently was profitable over the month. And I think this is a cool thing. The difference between AI and humans is that to be profitable on the long term, you need to adapt. So if you have a fixed line of code that does not adapt, I don't see how it can be profitable. So yeah, I had bots that do very good, like for gold during September. All they do is buy gold, and it's making a lot of money.
Sure.
But now it's moving a bit sideways. You cannot do the
It's
same.
only account.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how an AI or an indicator or an expert advisor, whatever it is that you are going to build, can adapt automatically to the
That's the thing. I think you cannot have something automated. You need to have a human bot interaction. I don't think it's AI can catch up to this. Even if you send a picture of the charts, different time frames to ChatGPT, there was an AI competition and they did absolutely like horrible. So they did not perform.
Yeah. I mean, the human input needs to be there of some sort. Like, I mean, just tweaking, because just as Michele mentioned as well, I mean, in the institutions, right, they have a team of people like pretty much looking over the strategy, the automated buying, selling, like the whatever it is that that sends orders in.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all, I guess, I presume it's all adjusted to match the environment that it's trading.
The fundamental environment.
Yeah, exactly. The macro, like the big picture.
100%.
Yeah. So it's for us as retail traders to it's a difficult way to I think to produce something of that quality, I guess. But I've been, doing it like with, can we mention Trades AI?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's tools that's being developed as well for traders who want to, give it a go as well, and like on a more user friendly,
More accessible, yeah.
more excited, like without like coding experience, I guess, or something. Like there's
Just press a button and that's it.
there's tools being developed,
Mhm.
so I think overall the whole industry of automation, it's on its own. I think it's growing, like because more and more people are debating these topics, among
Yeah.
themselves, and I can see it in my own community as well. Like people
It's
want
easier.
people want to,
No emotions.
yeah, exactly. They see how much of a bad impact their decisions driven by emotions could have to their trading. So they're like, how can I remove as much of that input as possible? And the only answer is probably the system, like the systematic and mechanical approach
Yeah.
there. So I mean, and the whole mechanicality comes from automation. So I mean, you just become somebody who's adjusting things, I guess.
Definitely. I agree 100%. Well, there's this thing. Today, you have ChatGPT, Claude Grok, DeepSeek, anything that can speed up the process and help you develop code. Even if you don't know how to code, it's a skill that you can develop quite easily.
Very.
And I guess in the next 6 months to a year, it's gonna be much and much easier and faster. Like I remember when I first started with ChatGPT, I cannot say this, but I started to using early on
Yeah.
ChatGPT. But it was like, okay, now today you have the next job is gonna be the prompt engineer. 6 months later, the University of Cambridge or Harvard, they created a course. 3 months later, they abandoned because AI developed so fast that if you wanted to create, let's say, an image of yourself, you have to put in a prompt like
yes.
this and should be very clear. Today, you just say, hey, ChatGPT, create a picture of myself. And he knows what to create. And same applies to the coding. Like I usually start with Pine script because it's the much easier. When you want to develop something deeper and you want real data, you go with Python, and that play a good role. ChatGPT can help you with that a lot. And you want good data because what TradingView cannot. I have a great equity line. I can go on and put years of data and have 53%, 80% win ratio with a profit factor of 2.0, max drawdown 3.5%, which is great for props, and 35% total profit in, what's this? It's a small amount. It's 3 months, 2-3 months. But when it comes to real trading, you don't have slippage. You don't have spreads. You don't have commissions. So it's gonna change quite a lot.
Sure.
Of course, you see there might be an edge right there, but if you don't go deeper and you cross validate, so you make cross validation, Monte Carlo test, and you use real market data. I used back in the day to buy. I spent tens of thousands of euros buying brokers' data with slippage and stuff to really see if I really found the real edge. Because on paper you see a good equity line, then you go live and see why it's not working. But for props, I have to say that this, it's great, it's awesome, like Trades AI or stuff, because for what I can say, it's my take on props. it's very, very difficult that someone buy one prop and after 2 years you're still trading on the same prop account, correct?
Yeah.
So you want to have something that maybe overperform during a small period of time and give you the possibility to pass the challenges, to go live and make some money, and then you invest more in props, buy more accounts,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
start to differentiate with more strategies. And I have a little take on the psychology.
Yeah.
Because we hear that a lot. I have this emotion that don't make me feel good. I have a lot of students that say me, "Oh, Michael, you have to help me with psychology. Help me with because I'm very emotional." And so when I trade, and the first thing that I tell them is, "Relax. It's not that you're emotional. It's that you don't understand the about trading. It's overrated. I do understand that emotion play a big role on trading, but it's also about that you're trading today with $100,000 account and you expect to make 1,000.
Yeah.
When you're much respect, you work in the restaurant as a waiter or you're washing dishes as I was doing when I was a kid, and you're making probably 50 euros or dollars in a day.
Yeah.
How can you expect that your mind can manage $1,000 drawdown?
Yeah.
It's not possible. I think psychology and emotion, most of it comes out when you made your path. So you studied with someone, you created community. And so I think community are great. Discourse channel. So create a group of like-minded people where you connect and you understand each other. You pass through the same struggles. And then when you start to scale up, I remember my first psychological block was when I was started making 1,000 a day. 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. I was stuck because it was too much
Yeah.
for me to process, to understand.
You have to grow into it, I guess.
Exactly. So you have to.
So is it like the numbers, like psychologically you feel like, okay, this represents an amount of time, or like does it block you, or what about $1,000 was?
I cannot explain it quite clearly, but it was like making 1,000 was it's like it's not that I was making every day 1,000, but overall it's let's say 15,000 a month, which is I guess quite a good amount for the majority of people. Going above that, it was such a struggle for me.
Okay.
When I passed that struggle and I worked with a professional, because at the time I was in touch with a hedge fund. I spoke with the people. They passed me through psychological psychiatrician. They have special people, and I say, what the fuck? I don't want to stay here. I like to trade myself. It's good enough. It's too much stress. But I get the number of this. It's like a performance coach. It's psychologician. Psychology.
So hard to say.
Like, yeah, it's like
French psychologue.
psychologue.
Or
I like it.
in America, it's a shrink.
Okay, that one. Mental coach, something like that. It's okay. And she gave me a number of her colleagues. So I spoke with this person and she helped me a lot.
Same here. I had this as well.
Making that next step. And then from there, I didn't stop until I reached 10 times bigger. And now I don't. It's like, I don't care.
It's enough.
More than enough. I don't care.
So
I found at a certain point, unless you are very particular person, very peculiar for this particular thing, trading, there's I mean 10K in a single trade in 15 minutes. It's
Yeah.
Mm.
For 99% of
What
people, it's enough.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. It's
more than
like
enough.
it's like a cheat code to
Yeah.
Yeah,
finance pretty much.
So how long have
Markets.
you been trading? You said 18 years?
I've been investing. I
Investing.
started when I was 18
Mm.
to invest in the S&P 500. And then I came up to a group of people telling me, oh, what are you doing? Investing. I make quite a lot of money, 1% a month, doing nothing, because it's what S&P usually do. Oh, I'm doing 2%. Oh, what do you invest into? No, I'm trading. Oh, nice. Well, how does it work? I make 2% a day. What? Say it again. I make 1% in a month. How can you make 2% in a day?
Yeah, it's always the numbers faster, better.
So I started to talk with these people, and then I got sick. I had a very bad moment in my life, and I had to lay down 24 hours a day for 3 years.
Wow.
Okay.
And so I was
Mm.
crying for the pain and coding and learning and doing stuff at the computer. And so I developed this thing of trading. It's interesting. My main goal is trading is an accelerator
Yeah.
to. I was investing 100 a month when I was 18. Then I got a better job on the S&P 500. Then I got a better job. I started with 200, then 300, then stop because I have to leave. Trading, I started to make money trading after a long period of time. It took me about 3 years to understand and start to make a little bit of money and then scale up. All the money that I was making, I was reinvesting until I had enough to take out and put it and invest into Bitcoin. I am an early adopter. I started in 2017. It was 1,000 a Bitcoin, $1,000 per Bitcoin, and keep on investing on the stock market, pretty much index funds, ETF, more and more and more and more. As I was trading, I put the money right there. And I don't touch that money. And that's another huge thing that people like to understand, because you have all this money invested. Why don't you take out? Because if you realize the profit,
The compounding.
you have compounding, and also you have to pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah.
Which in Italy is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell. It's quite a lot. So you have an asset. You go to the bank.
Yeah.
And you say, I want to buy a house. How much does it cost the house? $1 million. Okay, what you give me as a security?
Mhm.
I have $1 million of share of Tesla. Oh, would you like 2 million to borrow?
Yeah.
And borrowing is tax free.
Yeah.
So it's now it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Transactions. Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy. And the same thing you can do with Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's the loan to value is a little bit like
Exactly.
lower, but I mean it's crazy. It's like it's a legal way of kind of realizing your gains, you know.
Exactly.
And then you also, I mean, in case you default, there's no issues
Exactly.
because there's collateral, you know. Especially it's good when the collateral value goes up. I mean, then
Usually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the if you would. I mean, yes, real estate and everything, like it does go up over time. But then if you manage to, you know, go on a bull market of, for example, like we had, you know, it's just every single month it's up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the overall collateral just goes, like the loan to value goes up.
Exactly.
Goes up.
And the crazy thing there is you have to disconnect. I say this to the people. You have to disconnect this thing from trading, because you don't care if the price goes up or down. You're just putting money away, and you have 130 years of history.
Yeah.
S&P 500 index was created in 1871, I guess. We have the World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, the 29 crisis, 2008, 2008,
COVID.
everything, and the fucking thing is up. So I don't care if the price goes down. I accumulate.
Yeah, you need a different mindset than if you're day trading, 100%.
Yeah.
If you're scared of just a little dip, don't invest.
Of course. Of course.
There's no leverage for a reason.
So I would love to pass this to all of the people that followed me or study with me, that let's use trading as a vehicle, as a way to speed the process, not too much because you're gonna get burned.
Yes.
But there's a lot that you can do, and when you understand the market and you understand how money works, you already changed your life, even if you're not yet making that much. Because I'd like to remind everyone that $50 a day on a $100,000 account, it's quite a lot of money.
Sure.
Extra. And I don't want to say this, but I say it anyway, it's pretty easy if you keep it small. Just keep it small. Small steps. 50 today, tomorrow you lose. The next day you make 100, then you lose 50, then you make 100 again, then you lose 50, then you lose 50, then you make 50. At the end of the month, you have $500.
Yeah, the main problem is that
And you start.
you want to earn a lot of money in a small bunch of time,
Yeah.
because maybe a lot of traders just start trading because they want freedom. They want to leave their jobs, 9-5 job, and they want to use this vehicle, as you said, as the asset for the freedom,
Yeah.
So yeah, yesterday we were talking about the same thing,
Yeah.
It's weird because when I need money, I lose money. If I don't need money, I make money
Yeah,
through it.
the less you care, the better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe this happens also because when you don't need money and you have your TP and you have your stop loss there, you just wait for the price to go there or to take your stop.
Yeah.
You don't care because I don't want to say you don't need money, but
Yeah.
that bunch of money are not the money that you really need to live in that moment, When you really need money, it's like every single profit you are going to have, you want to take it, you want to take it, you want to take it. And then when the stop loss comes, because it always comes, it's full stop loss. You don't take cuts when the price goes into down,
Yeah.
You just take the full stop loss.
Well, I mean, when I started trading, it's exactly how it was. Like, I would be completely fine with a stop loss because I'm like, oh, it's part of the game. But when I was in profit, I see those green numbers. Then I'm like, okay, I can lose what I've just made and the stop loss. So the loss is even bigger, like mentally.
Yeah.
And for me, yeah, that was the biggest. I think the first thing when you learn how to trade is to reframe your mindset.
Yeah.
If you start doing it for money, which is, I think, most people, you understand quickly that's not how it works,
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't want to say that you don't have to take profits into your journey. If you have your take profit there, 100 pips for example,
Mm.
and you want to take some partial closing,
Yeah, that's fine.
you can do it. But you also need to have a very good win rate, because if you have just 51% win rate, every single profit you are going to have will be wasted because of your stop loss.
With some, and I think I did that live, I don't remember, but I guess so. With some aggressive strategies that I use, I cut the wins, so I have partials, and I cut the losses too.
So you have
Okay.
partials for your stop loss.
Yes.
Wow. Stop loss one.
It's
stop
like
two.
it's like I'm working on 1 minute time frame, so it's super aggressive. On the market open, Nasdaq, so there's a lot of volatility. I see the setup, I enter the trade, and usually if I'm on a funded account, I go with a 1-to-1 risk to reward
Okay.
Yeah.
because I want to keep the consistency. Very easy. And I'm doing stuff. I recently restarted trading props. I of course invested a lot of money. I developed a lot of high frequency trading stuff that passing. I still have a video somewhere. 45 seconds I was passing challenges, and it was allowed.
In 45 seconds?
45 seconds. 45 seconds, phase one.
Within
You
1
wait
minute
this-
candle.
you-
Within 1 minute candle.
Yes, yes. I was trading on the 10-second chart. And
Not scalping, that's
that's high frequency.
yeah.
It's high frequency. It's not allowed anymore. And that bring my Forex fund to an end, of course. And then I was using different strategy. I was managing a lot of different accounts on VPS, super VPS with great servers and speed. And the thing that made me milk them to death, I made a lot of money from them. But it was because I was differentiating. So they say, oh, you have 10 $1,000 account, $100,000 account. Why don't you put them all in one? No, definitely not. I want to have separate things. So if I lose one, I have another one. So I made a lot of money from them, and then they shut down. But I forgot what I wanted to say.
Is it? I have a question. I have a question.
Sure.
Is there the reason, like the different accounts? Do you also use, for example, this account is mainly just for Nasdaq, and this account is for S&P? Like, do you differentiate like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Forex, S&P, gold.
Because I see a lot of
Friends.
The more differentiation, the better
Yeah.
to me,
yeah,
because I
and you also have
have
data,
quite a lot of time.
and you have data set as well. So, for example, you have a history of that account that's simply just for Nasdaq, for example.
Yeah,
So you have instead of all of the what I've noticed of like a lot of traders also do is like they trade a lot of instruments on a single account as well. Like I mean, and it's fine, I guess. But what for me it was
No.
also good to
It's not fine.
have to have different accounts. Like okay, this is just gold account. This is just FX.
Yes.
This is equities.
Yeah.
you trade ICT?
No.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't be talking to me, huh? No?
No. It's you're making money. That's your way.
What do you think about ICT though?
I coded everything he said. You want to know how I do it? How I did it. So I create a what's it called? A notebook from every guy. I put everything together, and I developed and coded every single strategy.
Okay.
The unicorn, the ICT inversion, IFVGs, FVGs, those are great concepts. Are you making money out of it? Beautiful. But they do not work. Why? They sell you an indicator when they can sell you a strategy.
Yeah.
I sell strategies so you can backtest and see with your eyes, did it work in the past or not? If you have all of these and you can announce it clearly, you can code it. If you can code it, I can backtest it.
Yeah.
With backtest, I can see in 1 minute if the strategy exists.
Yeah.
So if you're saying the truth or if you're saying a lie.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It was a lie.
Lies everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have coded, and I have a very good friend from the United States, few of them. I coded everything that was possible for me for all the information that I had. I spent tens of thousands of dollars in courses just to research. I can do it. So it's fun for me. And to prove the people that follow me, let's see if they have something good. Great.
Yeah.
I want to have it. I want to steal their strategy because
1% from everyone. Yeah.
I have everything. I can show. I have everything. They do not work long term.
I guess that's the keyword, long term. I mean, it could
Yeah.
have like sprouts of like periods of the work.
And that's great
Yeah.
for props. So that's why I have nothing against it.
Mm.
But please, to everybody like they're teaching people, be clear about what you say. So be clear about what you say. Be transparent with your people because it's gonna pay back.
Yeah.
I don't have thousands of students. I'm not making that much of money on teaching, and because I don't need, and that I'm not famous, I don't sell the dream. But in the end, if you're being true with the people and you say, hey, you're here, great. 99%, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, that's the reality.
That's the reality.
I think when you start
And then they
teaching, that's
push
the thing
more.
you should say.
They
Yeah.
push more.
Mm.
They push more and more and more and more. Because they understand how much difficult it is to be part of the 1%. If you say it's easy, nobody's gonna care, and they say, "Oh, it's easy. No, maybe this month, maybe next month." And I see this huge shift. But so, if you have a good strategy and you wanna share it or sell it and make money out of it, great. Put a strategy. Don't put an indicator. Or declare that's just an indicator that gives you help in identifying a support, a resistance. Perfect. But don't say with this indicator you're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Consistently.
It's just me, or every single Friday, or like 5 Fridays, or a lot of Fridays. You can buy from the deep gold, like in the afternoon before the market closes, because I can see that the price always increase when we are before the weekend. So when we are on Friday, like in the afternoon or evening before the market closes, it's like the price goes down and then you can buy the dip. A lot of time. Did you notice something like that, or it's just me maybe?
Monday and Friday I do not trade.
All right.
Same. Yeah. I try to think of like I've gathered data and I see that my P&L it's Friday.
Monday and Friday.
Yeah, Monday, Friday. I should not. I don't want to start the week with like losses and bad environment, and then I don't want to end the week in the same way as well. So I try to capture the middle of the weekly candle pretty much, which is Tuesday, Wednesday. It's my best days. So I mean, I can't really answer, in terms of price increase as well. Like Friday afternoon, it's like I'm so far from charts, like at that hour and at that time of the week. Well, right now we are. I mean, it is Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, we can test it today.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know today because the price is too high right now. So
it can always go. It can always go higher.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, markets could. There's this saying: you can stay insolvent longer than the market. Like there's something about in like solvency overall. Like it can, prices can always go higher.
Yes, there's this thing. Buy the bottom, sell the top. I say the opposite. Buy the top and sell the bottom.
Oh no.
Statistically.
Yeah.
Statistically.
Because of the trend, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
You want to be with the buying.
You know, a simple rule.
If the market is buying, you want to buy with them. Sure.
A simple rule for everybody, works on every asset. Just, it's not the strategy. It's just a simple rule. You have the market moving, doing its thing. Maybe you're in an uptrend, like we are on gold. So you wake up, you look at the market, you watch the news. Are there any drivers that say, no, the price is gonna crash because the war is over? Okay, so I'm gonna wait. So the price is doing its thing. You want to wait for the price to start on the upside. Okay, you let it run. Then you want to see a beautiful letter N. When you see the letter N, that's a good starting point as a technical perspective, which is super simple to understand for everybody. So no matter what the price is doing, you look at the letter N. And you can find a lot of confluences with that. You can use Fibonacci.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's going to be the N.
That's my strategy.
In the 50% of the Fibonacci. It's I always say follow the trend and then wait for the N You can say yes, but at what time, what time frame? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, you're not gonna trade. I'm not gonna trade 2 in the morning because I'm sleeping. I'm not gonna trade 6 in the morning because I'm sleeping. My trading hours are between 2 p.m. 4 p.m. That's it.
Only 2 hours.
Only 30 minutes. I'm staying live a couple of hours with my community and we talk. I basically thought they listen because they are at work, but and because I talk too much. But yes,
It's like the New York Open, pretty much, right?
yes. But I don't give in my community. I don't give any trading signal because one, it's illegal in Italy, and so I show them what I do.
Yeah.
So if I take a trade, they see what I do on screen. We take track of everything. That's 500 video recorded back in the past, publicly available for them to keep track. But I try to explain why I'm gonna do that thing on that asset. And I show, hey, this is my long position that I'm gonna take. Maybe it happens a couple of hours later, but the analysis is done. The trade is placed with a pending order, usually, because I try to differentiate and tell people this is gonna go in my live account. I'm gonna treat it differently. This is gonna go on a FunderPro Futures account. This is gonna go on a FunderPro CFD account.
Yeah.
Because it's different approach, different risk management, etc., etc. I never say that I risk more than 1%, even though sometimes I do risk 5%. But it happens very rarely. Just when you have that news.
Yeah.
Plus.
War.
And you're ahead.
Full fire.
Yeah.
Full fire. And it's I'm gonna stay in the trade for I'm in the same trade for 2 years.
Okay, you're still
3 years.
You still have.
I bought gold at 1,800.
Okay.
Yeah, just to understand better.
Full leverage.
Could be this the letter hand you
With leverage.
mentioned?
With leverage, like
It's a trade.
It's not spots.
It's a trade. I also bought spot a
Yeah,
lot of, and then a little amount. I guess it's up. I don't like to say the number, but quite a lot.
Yeah,
quite a lot.
I mean,
More than 100,000.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
what,
it's
what I'm saying, could it be this the letter hand you said?
Yes,
So this is the hand.
yes,
So this one, okay.
100%. You have
This like this.
yes,
So
and
you can.
that you buy.
Okay.
Perfect.
So your stop loss is here. Your take profit is on the top.
It depends. It can be down below the structure.
Okay, this is the structure, of course.
If you want to be more aggressive,
Mhm.
it's up to you. Because
Okay.
we are all different.
If you want to go safer, you can put your stop loss here, for example.
Yes, but you need to have what you have on the upside. Zoom out. Where's the RTP?
The IRI.
We are on 1 hour right there. So a little bit below. Do you have at least 1-to-1 risk to reward? Yes. If yes, you take the trade.
Mhm.
No, you don't take the trade.
you need enough range, I guess, to for it. Yeah.
Yeah, basically this could be a good trade. Because I can put my stop loss
Yeah.
here, and I can put my TP here, and it.
Yeah, I want the price now because I like to speak for the future.
They're looking at
This
gold.
would have been a
Yeah,
trade,
yeah.
but if my grandma had wheels,
Ah,
it would
yeah.
have been a great.
Yes,
Card.
to crack instantly.
I like to say it live.
But you're
So
looking at
right
spot,
now,
right?
if
Yeah.
Okay.
because there's this huge thing, people look at the chart and say, "Oh, what do I do now?" Nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Just
nothing
wait
to
for
do.
the price to do what.
Just
it has to
wait
do.
for the price to pull back.
Mm-hmm.
Then what time is it? It's 10:30 a.m. Wait a couple of hours. Usually at 12 in the mornings, 11, 12 in the morning, might something happen. Wait for your trading hours. Maybe it's right in the afternoon for the market open. Look what the price is doing. Is it pulling back to your entry area? So usually what traders are doing, they're looking at DXY, which is basically the US dollar.
Yeah.
Why the gold is going up right now? My take. It's not the truth. It's my take. The gold is going up for many reasons: war, uncertainty. We're changing the chairman of the Fed. Trump is pushing a lot for more rate cuts, even though Powell still was a little bit dovish when he spoke the last day.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday?
No, day before yesterday, right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
We had the rate decision. But then if we look at Japan, and you can see, look at the chart of Japan. So I have a chart that I created is JPY versus euro per. So you compound that, you mix that with JPY USD, JPY GBP, JP. You
The whole
compare
basket,
everything,
yeah.
and you have a line. Look what it's doing. It's going down. Why? It's counterintuitive, but they hiking rates. So they are moving money from Japan and they're buying dollar, which is cheaper. It's going down.
Yeah.
It's clear because they're selling the JPY and they're buying the US dollar, which is less costly.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are investing in another economy while the price is going down. And so the gold is going up.
Yeah.
It's all interconnected. Like if I want to trade the iron ore, I also trade commodities, the natural gas, silver, copper, everything. I want to look at what the other are doing, what the AUD is doing, what the NZD is doing, because these are big player into the import and export of the iron ore.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the price of the AUD is going up strongly, you might expect, it's not the only indicator, you might expect the iron to go up because they're selling. You want to see the whole market as a whole thing, not look at only at, I'm looking at gold, I look at the structure and I buy and sell. If you're making money, I'm happy. But try to open your mind a little bit more to what is happening globally.
Understand better.
To understand better, because it's gonna be a time. I have this guy, we're gonna talk privately later about it, which is he was killing prop firms. He started 1 year ago with me, and then after 6 months he started payouts. I guess he made 60,000-70,000 in few months. And I was telling him, stay calm.
Okay.
Because when we were talking, I said, what do you use from all the strategy? I use the fair value gap. Okay. Stay calm. Because maybe you're in the what I call lucky streak phase. There's a formula, mathematical formula to calculate the lucky streak, the losing streak, etc., etc. Maybe, I don't want to say maybe you're the greatest, you're Cristiano Ronaldo of trading, great, you're making money. Don't slow down.
Yeah.
And suddenly he disappeared. He made a mess.
Okay.
Because that's what happens. If you only look at one single thing, maybe you don't know and you're making money without knowing why. And the why is very important to me first, and then to make people understand.
Yeah.
It's very important because you want to be here in 10 years. If you make 100,000 in 2 months, I know it's gonna help a lot of people, but it's not changing your life. I mean, I guess I don't want to be didn't say that. But you want to be consistent. I prefer making 5,000 every month for the next 50 years than making 100,000 in 2 months and then gone.
Exactly.
That's where we're again, I guess, going back to the consistency. That's where you
Again,
it's the
perfect.
the word there, you know. I mean, I'm sure everybody would enjoy the peace of mind of the not having to question whether I'll be able to make that 100K again, like, and
Yeah.
when and so on.
It gives you confidence.
Yeah. Like the consistency, I mean, if you're consistent in taking those small, I guess it's not small, I mean, okay, let's say average, right? Payouts like monthly, and then doing that for 5 years, 4 years, that would, I think, psychologically would be healthier
Yeah.
for somebody, for a trader, instead of
100%.
just getting a one big chunk
Yeah.
that could actually, getting that one big chunk could, in your example, right, with this person, it kind of ruined him in that sort of sense. Like, yes, he got some more money, but long term, was it healthy? It wasn't.
No.
Psychologically,
Yeah.
and then you kind of have to grow into it's like when people win lotteries,
Yeah. I talk a lot about that. There's one guy in the United States who won the lottery 3 times in a row. And the third time he was in line, there was an elderly lady, and he say, "Oh, please, go first." And she say, "Oh, my guy, I wanna give you this lottery. I hope you win." And he said, "No, don't give it to me. No, I want you to take it." And he won for the third time. And we're talking about $100 million.
Yeah, crazy.
Every
crazy
time
math.
he won 3 times.
Well, guys, thank you so much for this amazing conversation we had. Thank you, Michele, because you speak a lot. It's real, but at the same time, you speak very good, because it's a pleasure to hear when you're talking, And also for you guys, the same. We shared a lot of things here on this table. Every single trader here has his own strategy, has his own trading idea. So it's very cool because we can merge our ideas and
Learn from each other.
and learn from each other.
We have
Absolutely.
a lot today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.